EXPLR is the next evolution of Project Explore, an organization I started in 2003 to use video to bring the world into the classroom. Today, it is 2 web-based services, one for classroom and one for home use, web-based but also mobile platforms. What we do is we create original, ad-free educational video under 10 minutes for teens and tweens. We also identify and distribute the best and the brightest in that under 10-minute space. And when I say best and the brightest, I'm talking things like Grow Rising, which is a series that was nominated for an Academy Award about the power of a girl's education, centered around the Sustainable Development Goals. We've got something called To Scale, and it's a math and science lesson understanding the true scale of our solar system and why you've never seen an image that actually maps the true scale of that. Everything we do is ad-free. It's all captioned in English, Spanish, Mandarin, and Arabic for the 5 million English language learners in the United States and for schools using us outside of the US. And the new platform provides assistive technology for those who need it. EXPLR Home launched in June, and that's the student site, and this is EXPLR Classroom. The 2 sites have exactly the same video content, and the one you're looking at today is the teacher-facing side. So when you sign up for EXPLR, kids get their own login, which they can access via mobile or via web, and essentially it looks and feels exactly like a Netflix, a Hulu, but everything on here is ad-free and education first. You can see at the top that the student version just links between. What's different on the classroom side is you're able to search by standards. There are lesson plans for every video, and this is where our webinars will live for professional development. We'll always put the new and trending up here, so every time you come in, you'll know what other teachers are using in the classroom and what's brand new. We add new content every single week. And then it just breaks down as you would intuitively think about using this in a classroom. So arts education, if you scroll through, there's a lot more there than you think. Environmental education, climate change education. EXPLR Explains would be your STEMmy explainer videos. Food education, where food comes from, how do we feed an ever-growing planet, healthy eating. Global competency and the global goals, and this is really where I started to align with World Savvy, but their work expands far beyond this. Health and well-being would be yoga classes, any type of phys ed. Math and economics, not in the way you necessarily think. This is all story-based math. Science, technology, and engineering, social emotional learning, social studies, and then, because this is always a kid's favorite, wildlife, birds, animals, and bugs. I'm going to take you into what one of these videos looks like so you understand. So the one we picked for today, you can add it to your favorites. You can share. So if you're not in class, you're doing remote distance learning, you can share it with your students. You get an about, you get the themes, you get all the lesson standards, you get other standards that the video might align to, and then any global goals alignment. And then if you click right here, your lesson lives right there. So it's that simple. You don't need training on how to use this. It's so intuitive. It's about a 2-minute video, but I want you to see the type of content we're talking about, and then KK can talk about the lesson that goes with this.
Usually, you can hear a train coming from several miles down the tracks, and the sound can sometimes be deafening as it speeds through a town. Now imagine shopping for your groceries when you suddenly notice a Thai commuter train chugging straight towards you down the railway line. This happens several times a day outside of Bangkok. At first sight, this outdoor market seems like any other, with vendors selling local produce, dried spices, and freshly caught seafood. But this market is situated directly atop the railroad tracks. And with the toot of a horn, this setup transforms into one of the most fascinating markets in the world. 8 times a day, shoppers searching for the best produce are alerted by a quick horn that a train is approaching. Surprisingly, there's no scramble to move. The experienced vendors calmly and quickly pull their goods to the sides of the tracks before the train rolls over just inches from their stands. Although occasionally a few cabbages and melons do fall victim to the passing train. Once the train is out of sight, the market's hustle and bustle returns back to normal, as if nothing ever happened. So why doesn't the market just change locations? Well, although the tracks were laid down in 1905, this market has been in operation for generations. They were here first and seem to be holding their ground.
Okay, so that should give you an idea of what an Explorer video looks like.
Hi everyone, my name is KK Neiman. I am the Director of Professional Learning, and it has been such a joy to work with Explorer Media and to help launch a tool that I think teachers are really going to love. So I'm excited for you to learn about it today. One of the things, we've been having so much fun at World Savvy, getting to watch these videos and create meaningful lessons that teachers or parents can use with kids in any setting. These lessons are designed that they are what we would call off the shelf. It requires very little, if any, preparation on the part of the educator. You could open the lesson at 8 a.m. and do the lesson at 8:15. So you'll see, hopefully, that these are incredibly accessible and easy to use. They are also flexible. They are designed to be done in an in-person setting, in a remote setting, in a homeschool setting. There's just endless ways that these can be picked up and utilized by educators of all kinds. So what you'll see at the top is that we've really laid out standards, materials. You'll always see a brief summary of what students will be doing during the lesson. You'll see too that we always tie to various standards like Common Core or NCSS or science standards or math. But then we also really try to center the global competencies. You'll always see essential questions and learning targets that will be directly tied back to the global competencies and standards. We have it sort of broken down into really 5 different parts: engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and then we have some extension materials at the end. The idea is that these videos offer a wonderful window into so many different topics. And then what we've done is we'll try to pull out a thread that we think really grounds this video for students to start practicing some really important inquiries. So oftentimes they will watch the video, then they get to process that video together. We will layer on questions and thought processes for them to explore even further. So you'll see in this lesson, what we've done is we've created a conversation around the connection between transportation and communities, and kids will be practicing when we make decisions like that, what are all the perspectives that we need to understand? So when you build a train track someplace, who's being impacted by that and what do we need to consider? You'll notice too, at the elaborate stage, we also differentiate. These lessons have been designed to be used between 5th and 10th grade. And so you'll see that if we give a source and there's a way to do it with 5th and 6th graders, we'll tell you that. And then do it this way with 7th and 8th graders and do it this way with the older kids. So we've really worked hard to provide all the differentiation both for grade levels and for learning differences. And then you'll see at the bottom, we have extension ideas. So if you this is a wonderful one lesson experience that you can do that's going to practice valuable skills and behaviors. But if you wanted to make more of it, we offer ideas at the bottom. So we really are hopeful too that not only will these lessons help you enjoy these videos, but also just see some really good curriculum development that might be useful to you in all kinds of other areas.
We've tried to make it as affordable as possible while providing every single thing that you could need in terms of assistive technology, captioning, worksheets for English language learners, and a constant steady stream of really high quality content that supplements your classroom. Feel free to email me, reach out to me, tweet me, hit me up on Instagram, whatever you need, and any way we can support your back to school efforts.